Hello, everyone, and welcome to Late Night Frights. It's Jordan of the Thejslone back here to do a response on Mr. Blackout 101. He's a part of Late Night Frights now, as many of you viewers may know now. Him and also Joseph Crable's a part of it, and Mr. Horror Boy 101, which he hasn't got around to doing a bit on here yet. Anyways, this is a response to Mr. Blackout 101's review on Halloween Resurrection. And you know our little series we got going on here where one person does a review, the other person gives their thoughts and opinion on that film and what they thought about their review. So, let's start this off. Here's Halloween Resurrection. And I'm going to give my opinion / review on it. Okay, now this is actually an interesting thing because this is the first video review, opinion, whatever, that two people have actually disagreed on. And that's good. You know, disagreements, if everyone was the same, the world wouldn't be what it is today, which is actually scary because the world's pretty shitty. But my point is, everyone would be the same if they didn't have different agreements. In my personal opinion, this film was kind of shitty. Now notice I said the kind of in there. You know, I look at this from a certain standpoint as to where if it had no Halloween name in front of it, much like Halloween 3, and it was just a totally off slasher 2000 or mid 2000 slasher flick, everyone would look at it differently if it did not have Michael Myers' name in there. And because the story, you know, it's a pretty cool plot. You know, these people going into this house, apparently, you know, that a serial killer used to live in, and it's like a web show. It's a cool thought, but adding that to Michael Myers, it's just not that great, considering Michael Myers has already killed off his whole family, which was the main plot. If you let's take a trip here, and let's go all the way back to 1978. John Carpenter's Halloween, in my opinion, the godfather of horror films. Many of you know that. The plot, mainly, was this kid who wants to kill his entire family. Once he succeeds in that, the story once he succeeds in that, the story really has nowhere to go. It runs out. It stops. So when they stopped this, I guess they were kind of just like, oh, let's make it to where there's this reality TV show going on in his house, even though he has no one else to kill, which was kind of the downfall to me. You know, I've reviewed this on my other channel, the Thejslone. Go check out that review if you want to. I don't know. Like I said, if it was just a regular slasher film, I would have very different opinions on it. I really would. But now that it's got Halloween in front of it, it's just turned into a very, I don't know, mediocre horror film, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. And I know that Mr. Blackout 101 has a different opinion on this, and I respect that. You know, I disagree with a couple things about it, but I'm not like, hey, you know, go do another review on that. No, I'm glad that he has different opinion on that, and I'm glad that everybody else does. But for me, it's just not that good. And the ensemble, the cast, which is Jamie Lee Curtis, was in for the first 15, probably 10 minutes of the film. That was my favorite part of the movie. When she was in it, I was like, okay. And then when she dies, big spoiler alert, which if you haven't seen the film by now, I think I'm going to go ahead and spoil some parts for you. She dies, and I was like, okay. And then it just turned into a big shitstorm, in my opinion, after that. You got Tyra Banks in here, Busta Rhymes, which I will agree with Mr. Blackout 101. He did kick Michael's ass, obviously, in that, but in that same note, it's Busta Rhymes in a Halloween film. Tyra Banks. Fucking, Rhymes, or, no, let me see. Thomas Ian Nicholas, who's in American Pie 1 and 2. The cast was just a very mixed thing. I don't know. There's this movie, in my opinion, is it the worst in the original series? No, it's second to the worst. I didn't add this on my shitty sequels list, by the way. What was I thinking? That kind of made... I didn't add this to my shitty sequels list. On my other channel. Not this channel, but on my other channel. Okay, anyways, back to this little review. I just kind of lost track there, and I was like, oh, there's a film I didn't add. Like I said, I agree with Mr. Blackout on many, many things in this movie. You know, a lot of it was good if they would have just took the time to think of something a little bit more creative than this. If it was just a slasher film, if it did not have Halloween, they took Michael Myers apart from it and just made it something different. I mean, just two little changes could have made my opinion on this film, so much better. I mean, mediocre at best. It's not that good, guys, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I know Mr. Blackout has 101 has a different opinion, and he did say that it wasn't that great, but it was okay, which I completely agree with that. It was okay if you're looking at the aspect of it not being a true Halloween film, and that's my last note on this film. There you go, Mr. Blackout 101. There you go for all of you YouTube viewers, horror movie lovers, and reviewers out there. Like I said, that was a good review anyways, though, Mr. Blackout 101. I really did like your review on that. But there is my review and opinion on Halloween Resurrection. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be starting this new series shortly, for those of you who don't know, called DVD Battles. And I will talk to all my members about that. And then we'll be starting those. So Thejslone, thank you for watching, guys. Here is my review and opinion on Halloween Resurrection. Stay tuned. Keep it horror, guys. Boom.